Mention Haiti, and this is what you'll likely hear.
From poverty, natural disaster, now political violence.
Every report about Haiti has to include the line that it's the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere.
But hold on for a second. Something's missing in this conversation, right?
We need to be all thinking about the relationship of what we're calling poverty in Haiti and the relation to the richness of the rest of the world. And how did the rest of the world get so rich?
Let's start with France. Imagine if you were enslaved, and after fighting for your independence, you were forced to spend the next couple of generations paying compensation to those who colonized you.
Reparations for slaveholders is a new one for me.
That is exactly what happened to Haiti.
This is punishment for their unwillingness to remain under the yoke of slavery.
In 1697, France and Spain ended a war with each other by dividing up the Spanish colony Hispaniola. Through the labor of enslaved indigenous and black people, Saint-Domingue became the world's most profitable colony, exporting sugar, coffee, and indigo.
Enslaved people in Saint-Domingue suffered some of the harshest and cruelest slave punishments in the entire Atlantic world. Life expectancy was extremely low, such that at the moment of the Haitian Revolution breaking out in August of 1791, the vast majority of enslaved people had only been on the island for 2 or 3 years. They were from whatever nation that they had been captive and brought over, and they basically said no.
Self-liberated Africans led the Haitian Revolution and ended slavery in present-day Haiti and the Dominican Republic. After 12 years of fighting the French colonial power, which had tried to reintroduce slavery, the formerly enslaved people of Saint-Domingue officially declared their independence and renamed their country Haiti. Many countries, including the United States, refused to recognize Haitian independence in fear of slave rebellion. But it's not just the French who have played a role in Haiti's misery.
So the United States has intervened in Haitian affairs quite a lot.
President Moïse's assassination in 2021 left some Haitian officials calling for U.S. intervention, but not everyone agrees.
The only way that that could ever even have a fruitful outcome would be if it was because they were in dialogue with the Haitian people for the first time, because that is not what usually happens. That's not what happens at all. They dialogue with the people claiming power, and some negotiation is struck between those vying for power and the United States government. There's a lot of people saying, no, we don't want the United States to come and intervene again, because this is, again, a repetition of history.
There is never a clear issue about anything anymore. Like, things are so diluted that you can hardly tell if a color is white or black. It's really complicated nowadays. There's a video I want you guys to watch about Haiti, right? And to really understand why Haiti is the way it is. Sometimes when you hear stories about these poor countries, banana republics, certain aspect about how or why the country is the way it is being left out on purpose. That is, the person telling you the story isn't telling you the entire story, not the whole story, but are selected things of what the person wants you to know. The person, most of the time, will cherry choose what to tell you and what not to tell you. And if you do not get the story from other sources, you might not have a balanced information on the whole subject. And if you do not have a balanced information, your opinion would be very subjective. You might have a biased opinion. So it's always advisable to get the story from both sides. And the thing is, like, the Western media will never tell you about things like this. You will never see them really getting all the details out there. You will never hear them saying that some of these countries are like this because of the way the West have made things for them. I am from Africa, and I can relate totally to what is going on in Haiti. I can relate totally because I know it's the same thing going on in Africa. Now, people would think that, oh, Africa is a very poor continent. West Africa is very, very backward. Central Africa can't do anything. Those countries can build roads. Yeah, they can build roads. Yeah, the leaders are corrupted. Yeah, some of the leaders are greedy. That's all true. But do not forget the fact that the French have played a very important role to making the countries the way they are. That the French have exploited these countries to the very, very maximum. And so these countries can barely survive. They can barely do anything for themselves. The French have so much authority over who gets what in West and Central Africa, in French-speaking African countries, that your head will begin to spin. Like, how is it even possible that in the 21st century, France still get to determine what those countries do? And those countries, they just take it, What can they do? The leaders are spineless. The leaders are toothless. The leaders can do anything. They just sat there and watched France take away every single thing from the country. Every single thing. And the country is left broken. It's exactly what is happening in Africa. So when you talk about Africa, especially those my viewers out there, please always remember that Africans or people from West and Central Africa are people who wants to grow, are people who wants prosperity, are people who wants a better life. They are not just lazy as sometimes we might feel or we might think. There are many things stopping them from doing what they want to do. If they had it their way, a lot of things would have changed by now. But you guys out there, what is your take on this whole issue on the West's involvement in Africa or France's involvement in Haiti? Do you think that if Haiti would have been left to be its own country, to follow its own path, Haiti would have been a much better country than it is now? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And also, please don't forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel, because little bit of goodwill, like the one you're doing just now, help us a lot. I shall ever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.